As school students are returning to in-person classes, parents are getting increasingly concerned about their kids' safety. Let's see how we can prepare our kids for a smooth return to school. First things first, we must be able to weigh the risks to students from school closure against risks from being back in school. The scientific evidence to date about COVID-19 tells us that kids are less likely to get infected than adults. Even if a child does get infected with COVID, they are not likely to fall sick or suffer severe effects. Kids are also less likely to transmit to others, especially if there's a ring of immunization around them, which means if all the adults around them are vaccinated with a double dose. Of course, there is no such thing as zero risk in anything we do, and certainly not during a pandemic. So our focus should be on reducing the risks to the extent possible and helping our kids tide over this transition. How can we do that? When we can make the unfamiliar more familiar, we transition more easily. When we talk about things in advance, when we practice strategies now, when we almost start the transition now by doing just some small things here and there, we build up our kids' mastery and their sense of capability. Then when the moment comes on the first day of school, their body isn't saying, "What the heck is happening?" Their body is saying, "I'm prepared for this. I've got this." Yes, there are some things I wasn't expecting, but there's a lot of things I knew to expect, and I'm already coping with them in this moment because I practiced them before. So what are these strategies? First, honest, factual and open discussions with your child about COVID and how school might look different based on your child's age. Help your child identify their role in staying safe, such as washing their hands, wearing their mask and keeping their distance from others. Emphasize the active role that children and adults are taking to make things go well, like following instructions, engaging in good hygiene, rather than, focusing on things that are out of their control, like if a student or a teacher gets COVID. That is also the precursor to anxiety, by the way. Second, name it to tame it. Help your child identify their concerns by naming their worry. They can then label it. For example, young children might name their fear the worry monster. Naming the worry often helps tame the fear by helping children build understanding about what they are feeling. After you help them name their worry, help your child tame it by providing coping strategies. And two of my favorite coping strategies are deep breathing and problem solving. Third, model calm behavior. Children do notice how their parents feel and they pick up on these subtle cues like a scared facial expression or tone of voice. Try to model calm and confident attitudes about returning to school for your child and use cheerful, positive messages when saying goodbye and empathy when responding to tantrums or crying. Your projecting calm reassurance instead of anxiety can give your child a sense of their own power and agency in a potentially scary time. Fourth, return to a routine. Children's schedules have become, they're all over the place, right, over the last 1.5 years, and many of them are sleeping and eating at odd hours. To help your kids get back on track before school starts, return to your regular school year routine now. So what does that entail? Enforcing regular sleep and wake times, like no screen for at least an hour before bed, and meal times consistent, like dinner is not too late and breakfast is early enough to be eaten before school, and stuff like that, right? Fifth, focus on things which are going well. Now, while it's important to acknowledge your child's worries and anxieties, you should also motivate your kids to focus on the things they might be looking forward to. Children are, they might be excited to see their friends, they might be excited to see their teachers, so focus on those things. And ask them questions like, what are you looking forward to on your first day of school? Or what have you missed about school? And once school starts, you can ask questions like, what was the best thing that happened today? What was the one kind thing that you did today? While this year's transition back to school is different, we can help children feel optimistic by listening to and validating their worries and teaching them coping strategies. And also actually supporting them when things get difficult for them, when they find things to be a little rough. Ultimately, our kids need us to lead the way for a very successful back to school transition and to develop the lifelong skills they need for navigating challenges.